Recruiting mindset. If you want me on your team, what's your strategy to bring me in? You want to take the top spot? Then come and work with me. But if second place is fine for you, then go elsewhere. I used to watch legends like Magic and Michael perform these mind-blowing moves, and I'd ask myself, can I reach that level? I didn't know, but I was determined to find out. Kobe's work ethic. Everything I did was centered around becoming a better player. Absolutely everything. When you have that mindset, the world becomes your playground for learning and growth in your craft. When you're clear about what you want, the world starts giving you the information you need because you're tuned into it. People always talk about my work ethic. So what was it like, and how long did I stay disciplined? Well, it was every single day, for over 20 years. Every day was a chance to assess my strengths and weaknesses. For example, my jumping ability. My vertical was 40, not 45 or 46. My hands were big, but not massive. So, I had to figure out ways to strengthen them so I could palm the ball and do what I needed to do. I had to compensate in other areas. My quickness was good, but not elite, and my speed was solid, but not blazing. So, I leaned on skill. I relied on angles and studied the game like crazy. And the truth is, I enjoyed every bit of that process. Mental switch. For me, there was always a mental switch I'd flip when I was in practice, training, or playing. It was like stepping into a different world. It's similar to the way Maximus in Gladiator would grab the dirt, smell it, and know it was go time. That was my switch. When preparing for a film, you have to put yourself into that cage. You become the character. When I was in that mindset, don't talk to me, don't touch me, just leave me to focus. Overcoming ego. How did I get mentally and emotionally strong, to the point where things didn't bother me? You have to look at things with a dose of reality. It's not about you. Sure, you might feel embarrassed, but you're not that important. Get over yourself. You're worried about how people see you. You feel embarrassed after missing a bunch of shots? Forget about it. Get over yourself. Then, reflect on why things went wrong. Analyze it. I realized I didn't have the legs because in high school we played about 35 games with plenty of rest. The NBA schedule was relentless. Every shot was on target but short. That meant I needed to get stronger and adapt my training for an 82-game season, so I'd be ready when the playoffs came. Goat Mountain. Were there players I admired who shared my level of obsession? Absolutely. I called it Goat Mountain. I'd go to the mountain to talk to the greats. Magic, Michael, Bird, Hakeem, Jerry West, Bill Russell, Oscar Robertson. I would ask them how they did things, what their experiences were like, and how they approached the game with precision and passion. Michael, in particular, became like a big brother to me when I entered the league. That mentorship, the shared obsessiveness, was invaluable. Some players have that passion but aren't willing to dedicate their entire lives to it. They have other priorities like family, which is perfectly fine, but for me, it was all about the game. Relationship suffering. If you were a friend or family member during that time, what happened to our relationship? It suffered. But the people who truly care about you, they understand. They let you be who you are, and when you reconnect, it's like you pick up where you left off. But in between, there's a lot of lost time. I wasn't one to take vacations or hang out just to hang out. I saw other players do that, but it wasn't my style. I chose to commit fully so that when I retired, I wouldn't have any regrets. I didn't want to say, I wish I'd done more. Perform every night. Fans spend their hard-earned money to watch you perform. Your job is to show up in shape, ready to play at your peak every single night. As a competitor, I don't shy away from tough matchups. I remember in 2000, we had a game against Toronto, and Vince Carter was on fire. My back was messed up, but skipping that game wasn't an option. People might have thought I was avoiding Vince, but no chance. That day wasn't for resting. He was going to see me, no matter what. Decision-making. When it comes to big investments, I keep it simple. Do I understand the business? Can I contribute to it? What are the barriers to entry? Do the leaders have the right culture and mindset? If the answers check out, I move forward. Current focus. These days, I'm not writing every word or animating every scene. My role now is to ensure that the obsessives we bring into our projects push themselves to do their very best. I want them to take on projects that make them say, I don't know if I can do that, because through that challenge, they'll discover new levels of ability they didn't realize they had. Achilles injury. During a game against the Warriors, my Achilles went out, but I still took the free throws and walked off the court. When I got into the locker room, my kids were there, looking at me. I had to set the example. This was just another obstacle, and it wasn't going to define me. I wasn't going to let it force me out of the game. I'd step away on my own terms, and that's when I decided, I'm going to get through this.